Shalom, shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles, for a millstone, shalom to my Akim, Wathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this power of captivity. This brother Kyle coming at you. A short lesson, something that I kind of find funny, and I guess it's not necessarily a funny thing, and the reality of it is that this is actually, depending on your perspective, it might be seen as a little fucked up, sure, but the reality of it is that, or the reason why I find it funny is because, like, there are certain aspects and certain viewpoints that people try to, or pictures that people try to paint in terms of, oh, this is such a bad thing, you can't do that, oh, God wouldn't want you to do this or anything like that, when in actuality, like, doing certain things, we have to do certain things in order to, strive for the best possible outcome. All right, so let's get this first things and foremost, and right quick, the thing is that you might think, oh my God, this is such a terrible thing, that's so cruel and terrible, but the reality of it is that this is in the scriptures. This is what the Lord wanted. The Lord does not let me get this first, in Malachi. So anyone, you cannot what's the word, argue with what the word of Yahawadah. Malachi chapter 3 verse 6, for I am the Lord, I change not, therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. All right, so the Lord does not change, and when the stuff that I'm gonna be bringing out is just an objective reality, but I'm not saying this to go and perform said actions. That's not the point. That's not the reason. That's not the point I'm saying. I'm just like giving this as like a warning, and as well as a bit of a history lesson, slocky, a bit tongue-tied. All right, so let's get into this first. 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 14, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, for what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion hath light with darkness. All right, so now the inspiration, we're not supposed to be around wicked people. Now the inspiration to this comes from this video, this random video. Like, this is one of the things I hate YouTube about, but at the same time, like, sometimes it, like, the Lord pushes out these certain topics that actually lets me, like, piques my interest. All right, so I'm gonna let this video play right quick. I'm gonna put on 2x speed. You can go find this video yourself if you want to check it out, but I mean, it's really not that important, but I'll let the video play.
Oldest of all the ninja clans, on his time past, the Foot clan was completely decimated by the Hamato clan. Their village was raided, and their master, Oroku Kaiji, was killed. The leader of the Hamato clan, Hamato Yuta, found baby Oroku Saki in the ruins of the village and adopted him as his own, as well as a brother to his son, Yoshi. It's probably because of what Saki saw during this event that he continued to see visions of a world in chaos. Saki and Yoshi grew up as siblings, but they were also rivals, even when it came to matters of love. Saki dated a girl named Tang Shan, but she eventually broke up with him and married Yoshi. This only made their rivalry worse. Yoshi and Shen had a baby named Miwa, but their marriage wasn't completely happy. Yoshi's father was getting ill, and it was his duty to ensure that the Hamato clan continued after his death.
Oh yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna fill in the blanks. Basically, the kid that got adopted is Shredder, the main villain of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, stuff like that. And you see, and you all know, if you are familiar with the show, you know all the crap that he does and how he's such a big problem and stuff like that. Now, this goes to show, like, and I'm not saying this in, again, do not go attacking anyone. All right, what does the scripture say? Let me get this, because I have to put this out there so no one's gonna be fucking stupid and blame me for anything, or blame anyone for anything, or blame the scriptures. But Matthew chapter 10 verse 16, behold, I sent you as sent you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. All right. So we're not supposed to be going out attacking people, killing anyone, or whatever. All right. But you can defend yourself, sure, but don't go out trying saying, "Oh, I'm gonna cast judgment" or any of that stuff. Okay. I rebuke anyone that tries to go do that for no reason or thinking that they have authority to do so. Now, continuing on with this, actually, where is it? Let me get this verse. John chapter 8, verse 44, ye are of your father the devil, the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So an example like this, or a parallel, Slakia, a parallel of this would be, say, for example, if an Israelite household, okay, adopted an Edomite, a full-fledged, full-bred Edomite brat, and that brat turned out or grew up to be fucking Jeffrey Dahmer, all right, then this is where you have this whole big issue where, like, you shouldn't have gotten involved, all right. And when I say gotten involved, I mean in the sense of, like, adopting or trying to involve yourself in heathenistic affairs, all right. So, but in this case, I guess in terms of, where is it? In terms of like, what's it called? Like wars and stuff like that. What the custom of what they did, all right. Fuck, I did not mean to do that. Slakia. The custom of what they did was, let's go into that. Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 6, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is a mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. Let me also get this. No, let me get this verse. Numbers chapter 31, verse 17. Now therefore kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that hath known man by lying with him. All right. So this over here in this specific verse, you see the order that was given. All right. Well, number one, we saw in Ezekiel 9 and 6 says, kill both the elderly and the young. So the people that, quote unquote, can't defend themselves, or not even just quote unquote, but literally can't defend themselves, kids and the elderly, as well as, women and children. Okay. It doesn't matter. It was an indiscriminate slaughter. In addition to that, what was it? I think this was with Moses, when they had, I forgot which country it was. Yeah, it was with Moses. They had just killed a country and took over their land, took their resources and stuff like that. They basically said killed all of the, it says over here, male among the little ones, which I'm gonna actually see if I can find what's it called, where's that Bible.com with the different readings. Okay, so in I just want 17. That's KJV. The New American Standard is the same thing. Okay, it says boys. It says the same thing in the ASV. Okay, boy, basically boys. That's basically the thing. It says kill every male that is boys. Kill every male, little ones, or boys, and so. And then, to get into, so basically going back into verse 31. Verse 31. They would, in an instance like this where I just showed,
the Shredder has always been an obsessive character.
I let the thing play. In an instance like this, you wouldn't put your people in danger by allowing someone like this to live, which normally would be in an instance of a child that's a little more aware, and then that child growing up to have to develop hatred. Like if you think of Dragon Ball Z or whatever, where Vegeta was a kid and he had to grow up under Frieza. All right, he had that hatred for him. He wanted to go against him, but he wasn't strong at the time. All right, and it's that exact same thing where they allow these people to, and that this is a common thing in a lot of these anime and media, where these villains, or not even just villains, but people in general, they adopt, or even what's it called? Marvel as well, with Loki and Odin, okay, where they adopt these kids and then the kids end up turning against them. All right, so with that the safest thing and the most wise decision to be made is to just kill them. All right, that's just the way that the Lord set things out to be. All right, if it involves you, Slakia, specifically if it involves you, but taking this to a more modern example, in terms of like you go to an adoption agency, yeah, you can go adopt some Jakes, all right, sure, but you shouldn't be adopting any Edomites and stuff like that. Okay, that's where you're kind of like raising, which not always, I'll say not always do Edomite kids grow up to try to kill their parents. Maybe, I'm not saying that that's an absolute, but just in general, it's just like it's wise to stay away, to steer clear, because you have no business letting them be around you. On top of that, whereas John chapter 8 verse 44, you are of your father the devil, this is primarily referring to Esau Edom, where what Esau Edom is known for is lying, rape, rob, murdering, and just being a straight up demon. So you don't want that in your household. You don't want that when you're sleeping in your most vulnerable time, where they can just stab you in the back, okay, because they're unhinged. And you already have a lot of different stories, especially now more so than ever, of these kids either doing a whole bunch of terrible and horrible stuff to their families, their parents, whatever. Okay, I remember seeing this one story where this Moabite chick, she had called a hitman to kill her parents, and the hitman only killed her mother, and the father is alive and got the daughter arrested. What else? There was well, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna stop right there because there's too many fucked up stories, but you basically get the picture. Okay, as a matter of fact, you could literally Google it, or Google one story, and then you'll see a plethora of other stories linked to it. But continuing on, Isaiah chapter 14 verse 21, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Okay, this was another reason, because if you keep these children alive, all right, they're going to revive their people, revive their nation, all right, especially through the boy. Okay, so if the boy's alive, or not especially, but primarily through the boy, all right, so the boy's gonna seek revenge and have that hatred to go do X, Y, and Z. Whereas on the contrary, or the flip side, whatever you want to call it, in going back to Numbers chapter 31 verse 18, it says, but all the women children that have not known a man by lying with them, keep alive for yourselves. Okay, so you can keep the women, not the women, Slakia, because in verse 17 it does say kill the women that have known man by lying with them. Okay, so there is that what's the word, that understanding where a woman with a more aged woman, whatever, might could, because like that also reminds me of stories in the scriptures where you have Israelite women that went and killed Israelite enemies, all right, or high ups of Israelite enemies or generals and stuff like that, all right, where you wouldn't want that to be the same thing. As a matter of fact, funnily enough, freaking a woman, I think it was a woman that poisoned Prophet Muhammad, so-called Prophet Muhammad, all right, by getting him poisoned, all right, and again, like this is the stuff that they do, all right. It also goes to show that freaking he was definitely not following after the words of YAHAWAH. He was literally just doing what he wanted to do, going after his own lusts, all right, literally. And finally, Ezra chapter 4 verse 2, then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chiefs of the fathers and said unto them, let us build with you, for we seek your power as ye do, and we do sacrifice unto him since the days of Esarhaddon king of Ashur brought us up hither. But Zerubbabel and Jeshua and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, ye have nothing to do with us to build a house unto our power, but we ourselves together will build unto the Lord Yahweh of Israel, as King Cyrus the king of Persia hath commanded us. So basically, even the Israelites back then, okay, when they were when they had less power, they still said, we don't want to ally ourselves with heathens, okay. They knew, they had the understanding that it is wise to keep away from us, okay. As a matter of fact, in the prior verse 1 says, the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of captivity builded the temple unto the Lord of Israel. So they're already being referred to as adversaries. So you don't want adversaries, coming amongst you trying to help you, because it's very easily they can very easily sabotage you, all right. And if not sabotage you, just eradicate you. So that's basically all I really want to get into, just kind of a bit of a history lesson or whatever. So I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh. But Slakia, let me disclaimer right quick. Yet while I do say this, I don't mean to say this in the sense of just because someone looks white or looks like a heathen doesn't mean that they might not be an Israelite. So there are some cases where someone might be an Israelite, but the thing is, you have to try the spirit to make sure they are either a heathen or they are an Israelite before making your judgment in deciding, I don't want to associate with them or I want to associate with them. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, SHAMAIWAN, HAITIANS, double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone, Abba, and Shalom.